Now from downtown Cleveland and Progressive Field, we bring you Friday baseball on the show. It's the Boston Red Sox taking on the Cleveland Guardians. First pitch coming at you right after the break. So just about set now. And on the hill, Ben Lively. What do we have on him?
Well, there are going to be a lot of balls in play because of the ground ball rate. Important that the defense stays engaged in the game. I think it's critical. Tempo is there. If you work quickly, it helps the fielders behind you to stay engaged, to make those plays, and help you get through the innings.
Fights that one away. Still 1-2. Battling here as he fouls it away. Popped up, foul territory behind the plate. Hauls it in for the out. Rafael Devers up to hit.
Yeah, and here's a fun stat on Devers. He's at his best when he's hitting homers and doubles, and by the time he was 26 years old, Devers already had over 150 home runs and more than 200 doubles. He's just the 15th player in baseball history with those kinds of numbers at that age.
Swings and misses. And now 2-2. Got him looking for the strikeout. That was pretty nasty. Now it's Alex Bregman. Check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did.
3-2.
On the ground to the left. And that's just foul. Righty delivers. Draws the walk there. And that's how they get their first base runner of the game. Here's Trevor Story. Up and in. And the count is 3-1.
When you're taking your lead over there at first, you got to be very careful. This guy on the mound's got a good pickoff move.
3-2 now.
Great RBI spot here. Just got to stay focused on the pitch. The runner will be in motion, so something in the gap should definitely score it.
That's a base hit. And now first and second with 2 outs. And stepping in for Boston, Wilyer Abreu. Outside with a breaking ball.
Good spot for the hitter. Definitely has the advantage in this count with runners on. Look for him to be aggressive on this next pitch.
Strike 2, and there's a real chance they get out of this without allowing a run.
2 strikes.
Line drive, Adam in center field. Back here in Cleveland. And on the hill in this one, Tanner Houck. What should we keep an eye on here?
4-pitch guy. He's got some options to work with in terms of keeping hitters off balance. So we'll see how he decides to utilize those weapons through this start here and whether or not he's able to mix them all in early or if he wants to hold something back a little bit later, maybe second, third time through the order and give them something they haven't seen. It's tough when you know a guy's got that in his back pocket. As a hitter, you really have to stay on your toes.
Yeah, that's in for a strike. Now 1-2. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. 1 out. Now here's Nolan Jones. Ground ball left side. Whips it to Casas. And the home first moving along quickly today. 2 gone. Here's Jose Ramirez. Late with the swing there.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
In the air, left field, down the line. Durant flying after this one. And that ends the inning. Back now at Progressive Field. Second inning set to go. Now it's the second baseman, number 28. Hit on the ground to short. On to first. And quickly one away in the second. Now batting Tristan Casas.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air. Lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
And
Ball
downstairs. Goes down looking for the strikeout. That was pretty nasty. Blake Sable up next for the Red Sox. 2 outs. In there for a strike at the top of the zone. Two down, nobody on.
Ball.
And a foul ball, he stays alive. Second inning here, no score. That one ripped. Way back there. Brings it back on a leaping catch. Wow! Here in Cleveland, bottom of the second, digging in, Kyle Manzardo. The next pitch misses. Now 3-1.
3 balls, 1 strike.
That one misses. So a leadoff walk.
Well, he tried to nibble right there and just missed his spot. Hitter didn't offer at it. Now he has somebody to worry about over at first.
Runner on the go. And that one goes straight to the backstop. So a wild pitch allows the runner to advance.
Heads up base running right there.
Swings through it, and that's a strikeout. So the go-ahead run in scoring position. Gabriel Arias digs in for the Guardians. That one's in there. 1-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
On the ground. Down the line, and it's foul. Man at second. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row. So up next, Daniel Schneemann. Swings and misses. 2-2.
2-2 count.
Man on second, 2 down. Outside. And now it's filled up 3-2. So now 2 on and 2 outs. And now Angel Martinez. 2 on, 2 outs. And foul ball.
Two balls, 2 strikes.
This one in the air. He's got it, and the inning is over. Well, here we go. Top of the third, scoreless game. So stepping in for Boston, Ceddanne Rafaela. comes up empty. That's strike two.
Good late sink on that fastball. Out of the hand looks so good, and then by the time it gets in the hitting zone, hard to get the barrel to it.
Leadoff man retired here in the third. Now batting Jaron Duran. Singy, you got to appreciate a guy who's this good defensively. I mean, watching him track balls in the outfield, it is beautiful. Next offering, he's in for a strike.
He's so solid, calms the heart rate of the pitcher and the manager when the ball goes up in the air. You just automatically assume that it's an out every time it's hit in the air.
On the ground, right side. Santana steps on the bag, and that quickly, two away. Devers now. 2 out, space is empty.
There's one guy that I can think about, Boog, who started as a third baseman, Alex Gordon, and then became an elite perennial gold glover out in left field for the Kansas City Royals. But he's a guy, when you watch him play, you would imagine that that's all he ever played in his life was the outfield.
The 1-2. Uh-oh, that got him. And the potential winning run is aboard. And now it's Alex Bregman.
He's hitting for that pop. Came out of the gates really strong.
And that one misses up and in. And it's 2-1.
That's a good pitch there. Really had some run and finished a little up and in just on the edge. And that's one of those, if you swing at it, you had a broken bat as you jog back to the dugout.
And it remains 2-2. Yeah, some guys just have instincts, right? I mean, that's the way it goes. We talk about Larry Walker, the Hall of Famer, and his instinct on the bases, despite the fact that he didn't play a ton of baseball as a kid. Remember Mark Kotsay was a real good defensive outfielder. Good instincts, not great speed. And now the count is full. And another power hitter lurking in the on-deck circle. Swing and a ball lined out towards center. Squeezes it, and that is that. And we're back. Austin Hedges now.
Yeah, and I figured you would get Kotsay into this because you had a free dinner at his house the other night.
That is true. Line drive, base hit. So a man on base to start the inning. Here's the left fielder, Stephen Kwan. Next offering in there for a strike. And the count 1-2.
2 strikes.
Fouls it back with 2 strikes. And just misses with that one.
Home plate umpires trying to tighten things up a little bit.
Swing and a ball lifted in the air right field. He just missed it. Makes the grab, 1 down. Next to hit, Nolan Jones. Still tied at 0, last of the third. Good job to fight that one off. This one popped up. Nobody can get there, and it's a foul ball.
Out.
Just off the outside part of the plate.
On this count, runner not known for his speed, but I think you got to put him in motion. Try to avoid a double play here, Boo.
Foul. We'll see another payoff pitch.
Well, he's desperately looking for that swing and miss. He's going to have to just change speeds a little bit, try to move it around, create just a little bit of illusion at the end.
On the ground to second, might be two. There's one. Not in time at first. It's a fielder's choice. Now it's Jose Ramirez. And a foul ball. Jones off of first with two away.
The count is full.
In the dirt, but kept close. Move to first.
He's safe.
Cut on and missed, and it's a strikeout, and that is the inning. Welcome back, and now on the mound to start the fourth, Tim Herron.
Now pitching for the Guardians, number 29, Tim Herron.
Trevor Story comes up to the plate. This is a guy who's in the lineup first and foremost because of what he contributes defensively, Chris. And when you talk about preventing runs from being scored, this guy is a big contributor. It's a leadoff walk, and that's the go-ahead run.
I was always told it's hard to take you off the field when you play really good defense, especially at a premier position, and that's what he does.
Runner on the move. Pitch misses. Throw, save. That's a stolen base.
Now a good opportunity to potentially jump ahead in this game here in the later innings.
Swing and a miss, and he chases that one in the dirt. Got him looking. One gone here. So the go-ahead run in scoring position. Here's the second baseman. Next pitch is downstairs.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
That one just misses.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Man at second. That one lifted to left. Quan sizes this one up, and there's 2 away.
Good pitch. He just kind of had him out in front on that pitch away and wasn't able to stay closed.
Pinch hitter coming on, Rob Refsnyder, and he's got the go-ahead run out there in scoring position for him. Lined into left center, should be extra bases. Here comes Story, and he scores, and it's 1-0.
Clutch hitting right there to give him the lead this late in the ball game. 110 miles per hour, and man, that exit velocity, not every hitter's capable of getting that kind of jump off the bat, no matter how hard they swing.
Now a chance for Blake Sable, and there's a hit. The throw in, but it's offline, and they lead by 2.
He was all over that one. Other than ripping one into the gap or blasting one over the wall, there aren't a whole lot of hits that are more satisfying than a nice line drive into center field, so that definitely felt good.
Now here is Ceddanne Rafaela. Got him. Out number 3. So coming into the game now on defense, Carlos Narvaez. He takes over as the new first baseman. So in now for Cleveland, Kyle Manzardo.
Well, after putting up a nice inning on offense, got some runs across, this is where you look for the starter to go out there, have a shutdown inning. Don't give that other team any hope. You just hope that he can get through this inning, get the bats back up there while they're hot.
Swing and a ground ball, and it goes just foul. Hit hard on the ground to short. Story sends it over to first. One out in the bottom of the fourth. And now it's the switch hitter, Carlos Santana.
That play won't be trending on social media later on, but it's still important to execute it to perfection. This game is a lot harder than it looks, partner.
That one misses. 2-1.
Oh, I think the key, if he can get through one more inning, anything after that, a hitter or two is bonus, but they should be lined up good enough to get to the finish line.
One down, base is empty. Up the middle, Story. Tosses to first. Already 2 gone here in the home fourth. Now it's the shortstop, Gabriel Arias.
Those plays can be tricky. They're routine, but that doesn't mean it's always going to be smooth. He delivered a good play right there.
Inside, just missed.
Oh, they have had a hard time scoring in this one. The pitcher out there on the mound wants to keep attacking, make sure that they don't get any confidence. Well, that's a really good take right there, and that's just mentally prepared, knowing that if it's not on a tee, you're going to take that pitch because you still have one more strike to work with. Not easy to lay off, but he did an excellent job in that plate appearance.
Red Sox by 2. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout. We're back, and there's a new arm on the mound to start the fifth. Colby Allard in the game for the first time this season. Back to the top of the order now. Now the left fielder, Jarren Duran. In the air, left field, down the line. And that's a fair ball. Takes the turn. He's digging for second. Now the tag at second, and he's out. Trying for 2. Here's Rafael Devers. One down, base is empty. That one down the line. Fair ball. Makes the turn and heads for second. The throw in, and that's a 2-bagger.
He's safe.
Back-to-back base hits. Good piece of hitting going the other way with that pitch to beat the shift. Not a lot of guys are willing to do that, even with the shift on, because they're looking to pull the ball with authority. But it's a pretty easy hit if you want it.
Here's Alex Bregman. Red Sox leading it by 2. And a big swing and a miss.
Instead of letting the hitter get his arms extended, tied him up a little bit, slightly up, slightly in.
Oh, great stop. Takes it himself, and he got him. Nicely done at first for the out. Here's Story now.
And this is a big opportunity for him to pick up his teammate right here.
Devers on third with 2 out. Still 2-2 after the foul ball. That one drifts inside. This to third. Whips it to first. And Story is out. And that is that. Back here in Cleveland, we head to the bottom of the 5th. Now it's the switch hitting outfielder, Angel Martinez. This one high in the air to left center. Durant on the move to the gap. He's got it. One down.
Well, those can be pretty fun as an outfielder. Got to put it into his highest gear and go a long way to track that one down. Nothing better than that. You feel like a wide receiver playing football.
Late that time, and it's strike 2.
One ball.
He's pitching well, but not throwing a ton of first pitch strikes. Usually doesn't work out for success, but you can never predict baseball.
That's a ball.
Good eye by Hedges. And that's down and away. 1 out, base is empty. And there's ball 4. And that'll bring the tying run to the plate.
Now a great back at.
So they turn to their closer, Aroldis Chapman.
I think closer has to be one of the toughest jobs in baseball, and we see a pretty high turnover rate because of it. Every outing seems to be high pressure, this one included. We'll see if he can wrap up the win and get himself a save.
Tying run at the plate. Late on that fastball.
Well, a come and get me fastball right there. He didn't look ready for the velocity. I think it'd be a mistake to throw him anything off speed right here.
Swing and a miss, struck him out. So it's their last chance in this one. Stepping up for the Guardians, Nolan Jones. 2 outs.
That's ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike.
That one fouled off. 2-2. With the tying run at the plate, and the home team trying to pull it out. And a swing and a miss, and that is the ball game.
Well, we saw a lot of good pitching and defense in this ball game, and when you have a low-scoring game, it's imperative that the players stay on their toes, ready to make plays behind their pitcher, and they did exactly that. It's an excellent win. Everyone goes in the clubhouse feeling really good about themselves.
2-0 your final here in this one. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi. We'll see you soon.